Hey, audience, viewers, other similar words with mostly the same meaning. This is Mike, Ringmaster of the Imagination Circus, sometimes known as Pegasus Archangel, and yeah, I'm here to watch and react to the newest episode of MLP Friendship is Magic, Meltdown, which I gotta say, as usual, they're continuing with the puns. Because, again, I don't know what's going to happen in the episode, but I can guess because it's me. Also, you've noticed that I've taken off my jacket today because, frankly, it's a little hot where I am right now. We're getting into summer. It's almost June, so yeah. I don't do well in the heat. I'm Irish, so yeah. So anyway, let's get into this, and yeah, let's enjoy this episode together. Let's see what they've given us this week. 3, 2, 1, play! Alright.
I do appreciate you showing me the way to the Phoenix Nest, Spike.
Anything for you, really.
I hate this.
I've been meaning to visit Pee-wee.
He really was an excellent pet. Can't imagine why you set him free.
I'm glad they're addressing this.
Phoenixes aren't meant to be domesticated. Even in the wild, they like to keep to themselves.
Yeah, well, I can kind of see that. I mean, it's a phoenix.
Beautiful.
Which brings up some interesting things about Philomena, because apparently only an alicorn can keep them as a pet.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Is there something wrong with your face?
It's a stone scale. It isn't magical or anything like the Call of the Dragon Lord. It's just red and itchy. And
yeah, I kind of figured the malting thing had to do with Spike, because, you know, ponies don't molt.
Precious pants.
Dude, phoenixes molt. Well, birds in general molt, but yeah.
From time to time. It's nothing
But
to be
yeah, no, I
embarrassed by.
figured it was Spike, because it's Spike.
You could pay Zecora a visit.
Good idea.
She makes a cream that works wonders. Just don't get the shampoo.
Oh, nice callback. Oh my god, I like that. Nice continuity.
Maybe he moved out. Every pony has to leave the nest at some point.
This is true.
Pee-wee.
Man, he's not Pee-wee anymore. He looks good. And oh man, look at him. He's taller than...
Ouch.
Perhaps you should pay Zecora.
I mean, he's taller than Spike now. Pee-wee is no longer a Pee-wee.
I'm sure it'll clear up after a good night's sleep.
Yeah, no. And he's in his own room, in the castle.
I can't believe you're still asleep.
Can't you? I mean, Spike's always been a heavy sleeper.
5 more minutes.
It's nearly noon and you promised to help me with my lecture for class today.
Noon? Whoa. I slept like a rock. Which reminds me, all that sleep probably cleared up my stone scale.
On second thought, you can go back to sleep if you want.
I mean, that was an obvious trope right there. Particularly obvious trope, but okay, so I like this so far. I figured it had to do with Spike as soon as I saw the words molt. Because molt, again, scales or feathers doesn't happen with when you just have skin and fur. But yeah, nice looking episode so far. Spike has to deal with the severe case of stone scale, he said. It reminds me of a grayscale for freaking Game of Thrones. To be fair, a lot of things about My Little Pony Friendship is Magic reminds me of Game of Thrones, but I'm weird like that. Or maybe it's not just me. They're both fantasy shows. And MLP did make a deliberate reference to Game of Thrones. Thanks for the memories, people. It was glorious. Alright, and we're back.
Spike, what are you doing?
Hiding from my hideous face.
I'm sure it feels terrible, but it's just a breakout. It's not the end of the world.
That's easy for you to say. Your face isn't covered in itchy red spots.
I used to get terrible breakouts anytime I had a final exam with Celestia, who probably never had a blemish her whole life.
Well, I'm not in magic school.
No, but these things can be stress-related. And you did spend yesterday with Rarity.
What could possibly be stressful about that?
You could try Zecora. She makes a
Well,
cream
at
that
least
works
she tried.
wonders.
It annoys me that they acknowledge it, but they tried. Also,
I'm not leaving the
stress-related
castle
is true.
until my face is back to its adorable self.
Fine, but you're still gonna help me practice my lecture. Ahem. The element of generosity and its importance in relation to the other elements of harmony. My lecture!
I don't know what happened. I just had a sudden case of... indigestion. I'm so sorry.
Ooh, that's okay. I'm sure I can rewrite the lecture from my notes. I have a lot.
Of course you do.
I can help you with...
Maybe you should leave the castle after all, and go somewhere less flammable?
I don't know, it's mostly made of crystal. How flammable is it? I mean, really? Really?
Hey
Wow,
there,
we haven't seen that
Rat
disguise
Handsome.
in a while. Where's the wig? Oh, crud.
My, what a fetching ensemble you put together. Very noir-esque. I believe Shadow Spade herself would approve.
I certainly
Thanks.
approve, but I would approve more if it wasn't
Well, I
based
wonder if
on
you wouldn't mind
purely
talking
his own
What?
vanity.
Oh, What?
Sorry, you'll have to speak up. My ears are a little bit clogged or something.
Look, I love these two as a friendship, but the fact that Spike is so concerned about hiding this from Rarity, I mean, he probably will hide it from everybody, but Rarity
But
specifically.
I am super busy.
I
today
just don't ship it.
giving
I like these two as just friends.
tours of the school.
Why can't people just be friends?
I thought I was giving tours today. Guess not. Wee-day!
Spike, you had to open your mouth. Oh, jeez. Although I do like the idea that Pinky would actually go back.
That way. Twilight's office is up there. This is a fountain.
Could you slow down a bit? We've come a long way to see the school, and I don't want to miss anything.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Yeah. Sorry.
Is something wrong?
What? Why? No.
Do all the dragons at this school suffer from scale issues?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Wow. Okay, so
I'm
this is
sorry,
apparently
did you
not
say
just molting.
fireworks
He's
show?
got. Is this dragon puberty?
I
Is
don't
this Spike
know.
hitting dragon freaking puberty? Is that what's happening? He's got indigestion, which admittedly I don't know. I don't think I ever really experienced that heavily in puberty, but whatever. He's got molting, like scales, and it's soreness.
This is a school library. It's one of the most serene spots on campus where students can spend time in quiet reflection or study. What?
Could you please stop shouting? We're trying to do our homework, and it's kind of distracting.
Was I shouting?
All right.
Apparently, he went from not being able to talk to being really
I
loud.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, Smolder being around is certainly helpful, and at least.
If you're trying to hide, you need to do a better job. All I had to do was follow the smoke.
Leave me alone.
What?
Leave me alone.
I can't Was that sleeves made of foam?
I said, leave me alone.
So apparently his voice is fluctuating, which is an interesting symptom, I gotta say.
Wow! I have seen some pretty bad molts in my time, but yours takes the cake.
Molts?
The molt, super painful stone scales, fire burps, uncontrollable volume shifts. It's all part of growing up dragon. Congrats! Oh, sorry.
Again, this is nice. This is actually kind of helpful because it makes sense. Just going, like, it was weird back when Sakura knew about the whole greed growth thing, but now we have Smolder around, and Smolder actually knows some things, being an actual dragon herself. That's useful. That's very useful. And play.
No. The last time I grew up, I turned into a giant greedy monster.
Greed-induced bigness. That's totally different. The molt is completely normal. Every dragon goes through it. Pretty soon you'll leave and strike out on your own.
Why would I do that?
Have you been living with ponies your whole life?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Well, in the Dragonlands, a molter's loved ones kicks them out at the first stone scale.
What? Why?
I think it's biological. We call it the molt effect. I haven't even told you about the smell.
Smell? Ah,
Yeah, I mean, I love my brother and all, but one whiff and I was all, see ya! Speaking of which...
wait! Does the molt effect happen to ponies too? Twilight already asked me to leave the castle today. If she kicks me out, where am I gonna live? I'm too young to grow up.
I'm sure you'll find a nice hoard of gems to guard or a village to terrorize. Oh, now that dragons and ponies are friends, I guess that's off the table.
So, no creature's gonna want to be around me?
Oh, I didn't say that. That molt stench is a magnet for predators. Tatzelworms, hydras, rocks.
Dragons are scared of rocks?
R-O-C-S. Rocks. Humongous birds of prey that can snack on a molten dragon like
See, I saw the rock in the trailer, so I was curious about it, and I thought, is this the episode? Yes, this is the episode with the rock.
Seriously, I heard none of that.
Twilight's kicking me out, and the only creatures who don't find me disgusting want to eat me?
Congrats! Hey! Is this the shouting closet? Because I got a free day and I'm totally up for some Also, where's that Brussels sprouts covered in cotton candy smell coming from? Because it is really interesting.
Only, I love you, Pinky, but Brussels sprouts covered in cotton candy.
I can't take the chance that Twilight will kick me out. You aren't feeling any molt effects, are you?
When it comes to breakouts, I've seen all circumstances. But as for the molt smell, let's not take any chances.
Yeah, fair enough. So I'm just going to assume this is the equivalent of
Is
dragon
there
puberty.
anything you can do to cure
This
me?
stuff.
The ailments you have aren't something to cure. The molt's a condition that dragons endure.
But if any pony sees or smells me right now, they'll be so grossed out they'll avoid me forever.
Perhaps we can lessen this strange molt effect. The smell is the most likely cause, I suspect.
It's all so embarrassing.
I know you are speaking, but I can't hear a thing. Are you talking about teaching asparagus to sing?
I said it's embarrassing!
If the goal is to not have your friends all depart, perhaps your volume is where we should start.
Oh no.
Decora! Hello? Are you there?
I can't let Rarity see me like this! Please don't let her know I'm here!
Dude, yelling isn't going to help
Oh,
at the
dear.
current...
I'm talking even louder than I thought, aren't I?
I have volume concerns today by the scores, but it seems that I'm ready to help you with yours.
I'm sorry? I can't seem to hear anything. I was hoping you could help.
Well, that's
I
odd.
have no idea what happened. 1 minute I was sewing phoenix feathers onto a dress, and the next I couldn't hear my own voice.
Ah, the feathers of that bird can affect ponies' ears. It's a magic ailment I've treated for years.
I only know you're talking because your mouth is going up and down.
Okay, so apparently phoenix feathers can make you go deaf.
Oh, goodness. I hope that incredibly pungent odor belongs to some sort of magical curative. I hope you are not busy, but I must have my hearing back. It turns out that I talk to myself while I sew, and without that conversation, I simply can't think.
I can understand that. I need to watch videos while I work, otherwise my brain will go in a million different directions.
Of your ears.
Oh, thank you. You're an ear saver. Oh, and while I am here, do you have any blemish cream? Spike is having some scale issues. something. Your cure is working already.
Well, okay.
The cream that you want is just over here.
Bizarreness.
It's a
Truly
popular
bizarreness.
potion for all creatures this year.
Oh, thank you, Zakora. I don't mean to be rude, but I do think your hut could use an airing out.
Rarity's gone. There's no need to hide. Though I wonder if we should continue outside. Can't treat your symptoms down there on the ground. It's safe to come out. There's no ponies around.
I'm not hiding from ponies. I'm hiding from that!
That's the rock! Not that rock! You know what I mean, I think. Okay, so there was a scene in the trailer for this season that showed Spike and Zakora running from a rock bird, which, if I remember correctly, came from the story of Sinbad the Sailor, or one of the stories. I have to go back and watch those old Sinbad movies, actually. The ones with the Ray Harryhausen effects. Those were great. I want to watch those again, but, yeah. And we're back. The dang rock bird's a problem.
Did I forget to mention the molt smell attracts predators?
That's something that would have been quite nice to know, but it's not worth discussing right now. We should go.
Yes! I agree wholeheartedly. Rock is dangerous. Not that rock. This rock. The rock that is the rock bird.
It's only after me.
What is the origin of that dang name? Like, why are you calling it a rock? Like, I'm pretty sure anybody knows why it's called that. Like, tell me, because I'm curious.
Okay, maybe this wasn't a good plan.
You can't hide in a tree. You have to come down. We stand a much better chance on the ground.
She has a good point. Like, trying to hide from a bird in a high place is a good... Yeah, yell at the bird, Spike. Yell! Why are you glowing? Why the hell are you glowing? Why are you glowing, man?
Oh, Spike, what are you doing here?
Rarity,
Rarity. Rarity, this is really not the time or the place. Why you around, girl? Why you around?
Yeah, I was just at Zakora's, but I'm heading back. I can't
Really?
read these instructions. Does this say 2 drops once a day or 1 drop twice a day?
Rarity, do you suddenly need glasses, or is, like most doctors, stereotypically, is Zakora's, like, I don't know, mouth, like, paw, what, like, hoof writing so bad? Because that's a thing when it comes to doctors, a stereotype, and I like that. That's interesting animation for them claws.
Bird, but the both of us strapped in the same way.
Yeah.
Absurd.
What?
I have to agree. Also, nice lampshading there, Zakora. But yeah, the claw thing. I like the animation on that claw. It's a nice touch. Also, the beacon. Yeah, that's right. Dragon fire be the thing. But bounce, bounce, bounce. Yeah. I guess that would feel good under the circumstances. And it's glowing again. And Twilight's around apparently.
If my stone scales didn't
You know,
itch so
it
much,
occurs to
then
me,
we weren't gonna
has
be
the
in
F3 Forest ever been known for its open fields or whatever this is, a grassland? I don't know, what is this? What's the technical term for this kind of area? Because it's so open compared to the usual F3 Forest environment.
Well, I was headed to Zakora's to get some cream for your scales. I had no idea you were...
about to be eaten by a giant predator attracted to my molt smell?
Molt smell?
Yeah, Twilight ain't been informed, Spike. Also, yeesh.
And Zakora. I tried to save
Well,
him,
at least he acknowledges
scratching long
Zakora.
enough to dive out of the way when that bird attacks.
Yeah, that's right. Come on, Alicorn! Do the Alicorn thing!
I've been in the clutches of a horrible giant creature, but it doesn't get any easier.
Well, I'm glad that you acknowledge that. Like, seriously, that's a nice touch. Bring it up that, yeah, this is not the first time something like this has happened. Also, where the hell did that go all of a sudden?
I didn't think that itching would ever stop.
Also, what's with the new spots? And, oh, whoa! It really is like grayscale! Like, seriously, somebody else tell me that just doesn't remind them of grayscale. Also, is this a thing? Is this a thing? There's a thing. I've been waiting for it. Some of us have been waiting for it. Please be the thing. Please be the thing. Please be the thing. Wait. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. And... Spike's got wings. Spike's got wings. Woo!
Did I just sprout wings?
Yeah. Yes, you do. Now use them to save them girls. Go. Woo! I'm sorry, but I've been waiting for this for so long. Come on, Spike, my boy.
Whoa.
I mean, yeah, he wouldn't be an automatically good flyer right away. I'm glad they didn't make him one. Although, go. Come on, boy.
Whoops.
Although, he seems to be doing better than Twilight did when she first got wings.
I don't know. They're pretty awesome. Whoa.
Yeah, they are. But focus, Spike. You can't, focus. This flying is not a subconscious thing.
Fly up and distract him while I work on freeing Zecora and Rarity?
Go, Spike, my boy. You got this, man.
Giant chicken. If you like dragons so much, come and get me.
Yeah.
Greetings.
Burbage! Flames! That's right. Yeah. You fried that rock bird! Yeah! And now that the smell is gone, everything should be good. Also, when you get burnt once, you gotta be smart enough to get the hell out of the way.
That the last was a new pair of wings.
Me too, Zecora, me too.
Also, I'm glad you've got wings.
This is amazing!
I have heard that
know
joke
you'd ever
before,
get
so to
wings.
speak, but
I'm
I like
so
that. I
happy
like how
for
they
you.
did that.
Does it have something to do with this molt you were talking about?
Yeah, you
What's been
think?
going on with me? The breakout, the fire burps. The molt is when dragons get older and start to change. I wish I could stop it, but I can't. I should go.
Come on, Spike, my
Go?
boy.
What are you talking about?
You don't gotta go
In
anywhere.
Dragonlands,
Come on.
Families make molters leave home. It's called the molt effect.
Well, this isn't
I'm
the
pretty sure that's just
Dragonlands,
what
and
Smolder
Molt Effect
called
or
it. I
no,
don't think it's actually
I
called the
don't
Molt
want you going
Effect.
anywhere.
But I'm growing up. What if something even worse happens?
You're supposed to grow up, but you'll always be you.
Yes.
And whatever happens, we'll get through it together.
All right, look, I gotta be honest. I ship these two, so I'm gonna just take it as a possible romantic thing because I refuse to acknowledge it as any kind of paternal thing.
I don't need to
I don't
carry
want
you
that.
anymore.
I don't
Why?
acknowledge it. I don't agree with
have
it. I don't think it.
They are new, and I don't want to overdo it.
That's a bit dirty, Spike. That's a bit dirty. You know? Seriously,
I can't
though.
believe you
I'm
thought
so
any
excited.
of us
I really
would send
am.
you away because of some silly molt effect. Even if the symptoms were slightly unsettling, and let's face it, the odor wasn't pleasant. No pony would stop caring for you just because you were getting older.
Really?
Every pony
I mean, to be
goes through
fair-
changes. Sometimes change can be wonderful. Like being able to model for any length of dress. A bit tired, darling.
Any length of dress,
I'm
okay.
glad to help, Rarity. But don't you think there's wonderful things about flying that don't involve dresses?
Of course, darling. Flying will also be beneficial for you to help me with gowns, frocks, robes, shifts, skirts, minis, manatees.
See, that was a sigh of exasperation there. Right there, sigh of exasperation. But, yeah! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. I'm very excited about this. I knew this was coming, kinda. I saw the scene with the Rockbird in the trailer. I knew about that. I figured this might be that scene because I knew as soon as Spike was going to Zecora, and there was Zecora in that scene. So I knew. But then things were weird because I didn't know this was how things were going to go. So it was like, is this the episode? Is this the episode? Because I knew I'd seen things. I wasn't 100% sure if it was real, but it leaked long before the season started. Spike was going to get his dang wings. And I was wondering, is this the episode? No, it can't be. I get a Spike episode and it's where he gets his wings? There's no chance I'm that lucky. But I was that lucky. Yeah! Spike's got his wings. I love it. I love it so much. I'm so happy about it. I can't even express how happy I am right now. Now, I gotta say, I think I like this. I like this episode. I don't know if I like it as much as last week's episode. Last week's episode was a romp all around just because it involved, like, we got an episode where I love the main 7. I'm including Starlight because, you know what, she is technically a part of it now. But we got none of them in that episode, and it's nice because, you know, once in a while it's a good idea to have an episode where it's no members of the main 7 there. And no, we just got Spike, Discord, Mac, and, you know, Sugar Bell, and the CMC, of course. Forgot Sugar Bell's name, and I called Big Mac Mac. You could probably just call him Mac if you wanted to. Pretty sure that Mac is, like, the big part is not a part of his given name, but regardless, I'm really happy about this. And I like this episode, and like, whether or not I like this more, here's the thing. Whether or not I like this more than last week's episode depends entirely on what the writers and the showrunners decide to do with Spike now that he's got them wings. Because if they don't use this in some capacity, I'm gonna be so pissed. They gotta use this, because this is not just a small thing. They gotta at least acknowledge it next episode. I mean, Spike's got his wings. I didn't even think it would ever happen. I thought I was gonna have to write some fan fiction about that before it actually happened. But you know what? This is gonna sprout some fan fiction. Oh man, I'm gonna have to read all of it. I'm gonna have to read all that dang fan fiction. I'm just so happy about this. I really am. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is me, Mike, the Archangel Pegasus. The Pegasus Archangel of Imagination Circus Productions. I am happy as all get out. Woohoo! See you all next week. Have a good weekend. Have a good week. And I hope you enjoy this. See you next time. Woohoo!